Hello there, my name is Tanner and I'd like to welcome you back to my YouTube channel. So I've always loved telling stories, and one thing I've been wanting to do on this channel for a while now is telling you guys some of my interpretations of various myths from around the world. Now just to clarify, these will be my interpretations. I will try to keep them as mythologically accurate as possible, but then I'm also going to sprinkle in a little creative liberty wherever I feel is necessary. Now, I wanted to start this series off by telling you guys one of my favorite myths. So, without further ado, here is part 1 of my interpretation of the story of Eros and Psyche. Long, long ago, in ancient Greece, there was once a young princess named Psyche. Psyche was the youngest of 3, and her older sisters were already married to husbands of their own. Psyche remained unwed, however, due to the fact that she was very beautiful. Her beauty was so great, in fact, that suitors were intimidated by her and wouldn't dare approach, preferring to watch from afar. Her beauty was so great, in fact, that people started worshipping her as the new Aphrodite. When Aphrodite herself learned of this, she grew very jealous. "How dare she be worshipped when I'm the goddess?" she would grumble. "Something must be done about this." Aphrodite summoned her son, the winged archer Eros, and told him, "This girl, Psyche, is taking my worshippers, and something has to be done about it. I want you to use your arrows and make her fall in love with the most vile, scandalous thing you can think of." Eros nodded, unfurled his great white wings, and took off. When he found Psyche, however, he found he couldn't shoot her, for she was, in fact, very beautiful. Alas, the god of love had himself fallen in love. Meanwhile, Psyche's father, the king, became very concerned for his daughter, and so decided to take a trip to see the Oracle of Delphi. "My youngest daughter, Psyche, has not attracted any suitors," he explained to the oracle. "Will she ever get married?" "Your daughter shall be wed," the oracle answered, "but she is destined to wed a monster that even the gods themselves fear. You must take Psyche to the top of the cliff near your kingdom and leave her there. Also, you should dress her for a funeral rather than a wedding." After hearing this prophecy, the king was understandably distraught, but when he relayed the news to Psyche, she did not scream or cry as he thought she would. "If this is what the gods want, it is what must be done," she said. And so, dressed in the clothes of a funeral, Psyche was taken to the top of the nearest mountain and left there. She waited, and waited, and waited. Suddenly, she felt a gentle wind lift her off the mountain. As she flew, she heard a voice. "Do not be afraid, Psyche. I am Zephyrus, the west wind, and I have been assigned to take you to your new home." Zephyrus set her gently in the valley, and looking up, Psyche saw an absolutely beautiful palace. White walls, a roof made of gold, stained glass windows, etc. Stunned, she walked inside, and saw shining, polished floors, soft carpets, fluffy beds, and closets with baskets of gold, jewels, gems, such finery as she had never seen before. So beautiful was the palace, in fact, that Psyche felt it put her own father's palace to shame. "Who does this belong to?" Psyche wondered aloud. "Your husband, of course," said a voice from behind. Psyche whirled around, but saw no one. "Do not be alarmed, Psyche. I am one of the many servant spirits of this house. Your husband, our master, employed us to take care of you while he is away. He will join you shortly. Until then, please explore and make yourself at home." Psyche complied, although she was understandably perplexed. Who is he? She thought. What is he? She still couldn't forget the description the oracle gave her father. She is destined to what a monster even the gods fear. All too soon, it was nearly bedtime. Psyche ate her dinner, the servants drew her a bath, and then she laid down on the big bed. Soon, she felt an invisible figure lay down in the bed with her. "Do not be afraid, my love," said a voice. The voice was soft, gentle as a feather, smooth like honey, and it sounded nothing like a monster at all. "Are you my husband?" Psyche asked. "I am." "Why can't I see you?" "My identity must be kept secret for now. There are certain people, certain gods, who would be especially cross if they found out I was in love with you. If you saw who I truly was, our marriage would be put in jeopardy. But how can I know you truly love me if I cannot see you? Her husband didn't answer right away, but she could feel his arms draw her into an embrace, and she felt invisible lips kiss her on the cheek. I hope that will answer your question for now, he replied, and though she couldn't see him, Psyche heard a playfulness in his voice. Time passed, and Psyche and her husband developed a good relationship. During the day, Psyche would wander the halls of her palace, waited on by her servants. After dinner and a bath, Psyche would wait in bed for her husband. He would sneak into bed, invisible, and they would catch up on their day. It was good, for a while, but even good things come to an end, one way or the other. And there we have it. That was the story of Eros and Psyche, Part 1. If you like this video and you want more, give this video a like and subscribe so you don't miss any new videos. Also, if there are any other myths you would like to hear me narrate in future videos, leave your thoughts in the comments down below, and it might just happen. Alright, well, that's all the time I have for this video, so I'll see you all next week for Part 2 of Eros and Psyche. See you then!